Alright guys, what's going on? So, the new series Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is about to premiere on the Nickelodeon website. About a month ago, they actually released the first 5 episodes to be able to be watched before the premiere, which was actually pretty cool. Like, it was kind of cool like how they did it because, you know, we had the sneak preview premiere like last month, and at the end of it, they're like, at the end of the sneak preview thing, they're kind of like, oh hey, guess what? There's 4 more episodes to watch. At the end, you gotta go to the website. And I got all excited. I'm like, yeah, let's go to the website, try to watch it, and then I needed a cable subscription. Without going into big logistics on everything, we did find a nice service that is not signing up for a big cable package to actually watch these episodes, which thankfully we got into it. Now, just a disclaimer, I did watch these episodes probably the week of the premiere, and I meant to make a video of it. We've had some big life changes happen to us recently, and just some of the stuff has been kind of been pushing around. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys like what I think so far of this series. If you guys haven't watched, last month I did a big extensive review of the very first episode. So if you want to see all the details of what I found about the first episode, there's already a video out there, and be sure to check that out if you haven't. If you guys saw that video, thanks for continuing on, and thanks for coming to see what I think of the series so far. So,
yeah, go big or go home. Yeah, go.
When Nickelodeon app, I was like, all right, let's check out the episodes. Cause in my mind, I was like, really 5 episodes? I was like, oh man, that's amazing. So you know, obviously the first of the 5 episodes is the first episode that we saw that they premiered on, Nickelodeon, Nicktoons, Teen Nick, TV Land, MTV. No, I'm kidding. But they premiered it a lot, actually. And I will say this about their advertising. At night when I go to bed, my wife and I will watch Friends, and they're advertising for Rise of the Ninja Turtles in there, which I found it really odd. It's the first episode. We've seen it. I've seen it actually multiple times already. So I knew that was going to be one of the 5, and then so we go to the other 4, and then here is where I was. My fear and disappointment. And if you guys see me in conventions and I talk about the show and everything, I said one of my big fears was that it was going to be a 11-minute series as opposed to a 22-minute series, and that is exactly what this is. It was episode 2, part A, and then the runtime 11 minutes, and I was like, okay, is this half the episode? Nope, it is the complete story. So the 4 other episodes are actually, they're technically halves. So they're technically halves. And here's the funny thing about it. So we have episode 2 part A, but we don't have episode 2 part B. We do have episode 3. We have both parts of episode 3. Episode 3 part A, episode 3 part B, and then we have episode 4 part B, but not part A. Why? Don't know. Does it affect anything? No, it doesn't. So overall, these episodes, it's not like the previous series or the 2003 series where there's a plot that you have to watch them in order. You can honestly watch these episodes in any order. I have not seen anything that kind of strings these shows together, and none of these episodes actually feature our main villain, which is Baron Draxum. Is nowhere to be seen or heard of, and in fact, in the first episode, if you remember, the Turtles in April, they were trying to save the cat Mayhem. They named him. That cat thing is nowhere to be found at all. In fact, those ooze mosquitoes that flew around and flew all over New York, they're gone too. no mention of them at all. Now, I do have a feeling that probably episode 2 part B has something to do with those ooze mosquitoes, because in part A we don't see any mutants other than the turtles, but then we start seeing in other episodes that mutants are just kind of like just lying around New York, and that's no big deal for some people. And I see why, parts of the reason why the show kind of does that, so just so we can have the turtles just kind of walk around without, like, you know, hiding in the shadows, because these turtles are not the hide in the shadow kind of guys. As for the show itself, you can actually really tell that their main priority is the comedy, while the action actually takes the second priority.
Ani, where's your thing, your emotionless passion? Here.
Almost kind of like the original series, because the original series was kind of like that. The 2003 series was definitely like action first. We will sprinkle some comedy in there later. The real series that probably balanced that out probably the best was the 2012 series, the previous series. But this one is, and I understand why they're going this way. This is where ratings for children come from, and that's just the unfortunate part. Like, you know, us people who grew up in the 90s who loved action cartoons, I mean, this is not our generation anymore. We have to kind of accept it. Now, I will say, after what I've accept the series for what it is actually kind of grown on me. Like, this is not like the perfect series. This is not the series that's aimed for me, but I still find it actually enjoyable. And actually, I enjoyed these episodes better than I enjoyed the first episode. And I think that's mainly because I felt the first episode, they were almost going out of their way to show that the turtles were more of a joke. Over here, we see, like, especially the action scenes, like, I was actually pleasantly surprised that, like, when the turtles go into action in these episodes, it was more action and less of a joke than it was in the first episode, which I actually really enjoyed. Now, the plots for these episodes are, like, ridiculous. I mean, it is like SpongeBob level, like, idiocy. They have, like, one of the episodes, we have these origami ninjas who are stealing paper. Like, they go out to steal paper. And the turtles, they try to actually trap them by creating their own, like, paper store. But there's no paper. So instead they replace the paper with salami.
The only paper we have is made from salami, which is round. Paper is not round.
And the villains fall for that. I mean, that's just the ridiculousness that we're seeing in here. Some of our plots we have is we have the turtles going into a Chuck E. Cheese kind of place to fix the robots to save April from her job. You know, not from danger, but from her job, but then danger ensues, don't worry. And then we got one where a newscaster got mutated.
Prepare to taste the awesome wrath of my incredible... I knew after this first fantastic...
In the background, and that he feels that he is the Turtles' #1 foe, and the Turtles have no idea who he is.
Greatest nemesis!
Donnie and Mikey, they try to get this moving prop moon rover from this repo mantis, actually, and the only way he'll do it is if they go and help him repo an RV from this other mutant. But it ends up like this mutant is like doing like charity work, and then Mikey and Donnie starts feeling bad about it.
Oh no, a mutant! Wait, we're mutants too. It's okay.
Obviously, we're getting plots that are very, very situational, very comical. Nothing that we've actually, like, you know, I would even say a step more ridiculous than the original series, because at least the original series, we've had enemies trying to rob banks The series has actually kind of grown on me, and I was actually chuckling. I'm chuckling more with the actual dialogue, because some of the stuff that the turtles say is actually pretty funny, and hands down, I think the turtle probably right now with the best character wise is completely Donatello, just because he says everything in this snarky, smart way and just very condescending to everyone else. His delivery is just perfect, and I really like it.
Quick question. Did we seriously just get schooled by paper thieves?
Leonard's delivery is really good, as well as we have Mikey and Raph. They're more of like the kind of children of the group, as like, you know, Raph is kind of more of like the, hey, I want to do stuff because I'm the leader, and Mikey is just, you know, just being typical Mikey, which is a really good dynamic between the four. There are some things in here that maybe, hopefully, will get addressed when the actual series starts premiering and we actually start getting new episodes in regularly. One thing I think it's supposed to be a running joke is that April can't get a job, because we have two episodes of her, like, you know, either with like trying to find a job or getting a new job, and then at the end of the Chuck E. Cheese episode, like she says, yeah, I know, I'm fired.
You're fired. Yeah.
One character has been pretty absent. Like, you know, we see him briefly in the first episode, and then we see him briefly in between all 4 episodes. Like, maybe he has probably like 3 minutes of screen time, which is Splinter, and we really don't know anything about him. He shows in one episode he shows that he's a ninja master and that he hopes the turtles can be as good as him, but he doesn't really do much other than that.
Then why do you insult the master with your poor technique?
I've been very critical on his design, and this, especially like what they're showing, I'm still not liking it. Maybe for me, it's probably best that we have very little screen time for Splinter. I will say for me, especially for these 4 other episodes that they exclusively premiered on Nick.com, the hands down the best one for me was actually the Repo Mantis episode. What I really liked about it, so in this episode, we only have Donatello and Michelangelo. We don't actually have the other turtles, which is kind of like odd when you think about Ninja Turtles in general, because like there's no series where they only focus on 2 of the turtles, like just for like just a regular kind of episode or something like that. Like, you know, it's always like all or none. So like it was just odd just only having 2 of them there. And like just Donatello's character really shines here. I actually really like the way he is, and he kept calling Michelangelo Michael, and every time he does it, you can just feel the arrogance that he has, that he's like, hey, he knows he's better than him, and it really shines through, and it really adds to his character.
Why did we just do that?
I don't know, Michael.
And it was just little things like that really make him stand out more than the other 3 so far. And then like something I actually really liked. It was actually in that episode. In the background, we see a sign that says Repo Man, because, you know, like it's obviously the service was called Repo Man before, and since he turned into a mantis, he writes, like, you see like these red lettering like written in by hand as like with TIS, so it's Repo Mantis. I like those kind of things just kind of add in there. Like I said, right now we don't have a overarching plot. We're not sure. Obviously, from the first episode, we get like they introduce one. We don't get any of that in these episodes. In fact, there's the episode where they fight the origami ninjas. The ninjas, they have a foot on their face, and the fact the foot is actually on fire. And again, Donatello makes a kind of joke about like, hey, that fire is not really effective for you guys using paper. We see them with the foot on their face, but there's no mention of the foot. We don't know if they're really the Foot Clan. They don't really delve into that more. And something I'm kind of hoping for is that I'm hoping like when we see more episodes, we see more people with foot on their faces, and then like maybe at the season finale, like all of a sudden we get revealed like, you know, that's Shredder or something like that. You know, there's a bigger force out there that the Turtles don't know about. That would actually be really cool. Hopefully they go into that detail. To be honest, if just comparing these 5 episodes, I don't see that, but if they can surprise me like that, that would be awesome. But yeah, so as I said, I don't feel the series is perfect. I feel that now that I kind of get a grasp for the series, I kind of appreciate for what it is, and I'm trying not to expect it to be what it's not going to be. And if you guys aren't fans of it already, don't try to force it onto yourself. I mean, if you keep watching it and you didn't like what you've seen for the first episode, or if you in things you've seen in subsequent episodes, don't try to force it. All it is going to do is just make you mad. But if you have like kind of accepted it as more of a comedy kind of show, you'll see that it is kind of entertaining. And is this my favorite Ninja Turtle series? No, far from it. But I would rather watch this than Ninja Turtles Next Mutation. I mean, so I can at least say that. Now, what this show actually kind of really reminds me of, it was about like, 6 or 7 years ago when Nickelodeon announced that they bought the rights for Ninja Turtles, and everyone was thinking, the next series was going to be like this. It was going to be like a Nicktoons kind of cartoon just with turtles in it, and it ended up not, and it surprised everyone, and everyone will love the new series. This series really feels like a early 90s Nicktoons kind of series with the Ninja Turtles in it. And like, I think that's part of the reason why I'm kind of like more accepting of it now, is because now that I kind of see that, and I see the kind of the sophomore humor into it of cartoon shows I used to like back in the early 90s. I see it in here. Liking it more. With this series, I'm not expecting like, anything kind of serious. I'm expecting I sit down and then for the 11 minutes or 30-minute episodes, to be entertained, to have fun, and nothing to think about. I'm not expecting any plots is going to make me want to be like, oh man, I can't wait for next week. I'm not expecting anything like that. I'm expecting to be entertained, and I'm also expecting this to be more for the younger generation, which will hopefully this will will go for them and get them interested into the older generation of the Ninja Turtles, and hopefully they'll appreciate it. As for series, we have the season premiere coming up. It's going to be an hour season premiere. I'm expecting for that hour season premiere to be the first episode, and then episode 2 part A, and then we'll have something new for part B for episode 2. That's what I'm hoping for. I'm not expecting like a whole new hour of something or anything like that. And I'm really hoping for episode 2 part B to actually have something with Baron Braxton, so we get to continue on with this, and that, like, hopefully we get to have more of that. I'm going to continue to watch it. I know I'm going to watch it every week. I'm too big of a Ninja Turtles fan to ignore it. I'm hoping it'll get entertaining. I'm hoping that after a few episodes, it starts picking up. It actually starts becoming something incredible. Not really expecting that. Honestly, I'm expecting it just to be entertaining and just to watch, kind of sit down, laugh, and then like, you know, not think about it. I can honestly see this as a series that's going to be on Nickelodeon that's kind of like Loud House or SpongeBob, but like it's gonna, like, you know, you're gonna sit down, turn on Nickelodeon, and all of a sudden like you see like just blocks of like 4 hours of this, and then they go on to more SpongeBob reruns because, you know, that's what Nickelodeon airs. But you know, I want to know about what you guys actually think. I want to know if you guys actually are liking the series, not liking the series. Are you gonna give it a shot? Are you not gonna give it a shot? Have you seen the first episode? Have you seen these episodes on Nickelodeon.com? And I'm really curious. Have you guys actually seen these episodes on Nickelodeon.com? Or if you've seen the first episode, are you gonna stick around for the season premiere? I'm kind of curious about that. I am. And more than likely, I probably won't have a new video for what I think about the season premiere unless that there's something new. But I'm not expecting there to be anything. I'm not expecting there to be anything big, new enough for me to talk about it right away. But hopefully, we'll start getting with our actual Talking with Turtles reviews again, and hopefully we'll get those out to you guys soon, and hopefully you guys will start enjoying them again. All right. Till next time, guys. Alright, see ya. Kids-centered, new show, like, let's take that back. Sorry. No, let's not say that, sorry.